They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Walford in motion, the tight end. Carr now on 1st down. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second down now after the pass completion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Halfback sent in motion. Again, it's Carr. Brought in by Walford, right side. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he started to come on strong end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that 2nd-year jump out of Walford. Give him 22 on that one. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Little motion now from the tight end. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down." They love being physical.
In motion left goes a tight end. On 1st down, Murray fighting through. And he's got this one down to the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. K1 short with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marcel Reese from 17 yards out, and the Raiders add on to their lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their pullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. Fozzie Whitaker now on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On first down, it's Newton. Flush to his right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come up in an empty set. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Stopped just shy of the goal line, right around the 2. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now 1st and goal. And the D looking like they may blitz. Time to step aside. We'll come back to Oakland after this. One of the tight ends comes in motion. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray punching it in from a yard away. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They start on the ground. This is Stewart on first. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marcel Reese. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And partner, wanted to ask you while we have a second, the new touchback rule. There hasn't been a whole lot of talk about that, but a touchback now, you start at the 25. How do you think that will impact things in the kickoff game? I'm
intrigued to find out because I know some teams are going to sky kick it and try and pin people behind the 25-yard line. They want them to bring it out. Other teams are just going to kick it out of the end zone and play defense from the 25. And then you have those teams who have those great return guys. Baltimore just signed Devin Hester, right? They signed him Sunday of the 4th.
$4 million deal.
Well, he'll bring it out from anywhere. What about Cordero Patterson in Minnesota? I think he's got the